Fixtures?
Yep.
Just a response to the fixtures? Happy, not happy?
We're always happy to have a fixture. We can start to plan. It's tough. I mean, every draw is a tough draw. This is a really, really tough competition, and I think some people will say, oh, one team's got a soft draw and another team's got a hard draw. They're all hard. And they'll get harder because Gold Coast will improve, GWS will improve. The teams that were outside the 8, they don't just sit there and say, OK, well, we're going to be outside the 8 again. They improve, so we have to improve. So to answer your question, Lockie, it's a fair draw, I guess, and what we're trying to do is make sure that we manage our draw well with our travel components, with our 6-day breaks, with the night games, with all the things we have to. We'll just have to manage that as well as we can.
Are they the negatives, the 6-day breaks? I think you got a fair few.
We've got 8 of those, yeah.
And also the Saturday night games?
Yeah.
You're not a big fan of Saturday night?
No, away in particular, it's a 3.5 to 4 day trek depending on flights. It makes it really difficult sometimes, but you know, our guys now who actually do the backroom stuff work at it really well to get the right travel component in place. They make sure that we leave no stone unturned to get it right. So hopefully we will, and we have to win those because the finals, most of them these days, bar the grand final, are played at night. So you've got to win the big games on the big stage against the best teams.
WA Day game, that's something that's unique to your fixturing next year, the old Foundation Day. In fact, you'll be playing Richmond on that day. You're happy about that, and I know that it's probably been a bit of a negative reaction from some of the waffle community regarding that game. Yeah,
we are, Pete. We think it's an opportunity to have a celebration of WA Day for the whole day. And I know 4 of the clubs may be unhappy, but the other 5 probably don't care in the waffle comp because they don't get to play on those days. Hopefully this will be an opportunity for people, if they want to get 2 games of footy in on WA Day. For others it'll be choose to go to the waffle, and others will choose to go to the AFL game. So it's an opportunity for both, but it's a standalone game on a Monday night, which is massive from a national point of view, and something that the AFL have wanted to do for years but have always been reluctant. But it's 26 years on now, and we probably need to implement it, and hopefully everyone can celebrate on that day.
Is there going to be a marquee fixture going on for you guys? Is that what you see it being a permanent fixture for a long time?
I think it will be, Craig. It'll be a permanent fixture, and I think those Monday night games will become more prevalent.
How important is it for the club to have a marquee game that everyone can watch every single year knowing this is on?
Well, I think it is. I think at the moment Fremantle have Anzac Day, which they covered as their own. It probably shouldn't be like that. It should be everyone can enjoy the celebration of Anzac Day for what it really is, and we all do that anyway, wherever we play. But having marquee games is great. Once people get used to it, hopefully it's still going to be a massive day on the WA football calendar. And look, we don't take a step backwards when we're trying to innovate and change things and do things that are important for the future of the game, because the growth of the game is more important than any of us.
And as Richmond, was that a club you wanted to play on that day specifically, or did the fixture just work out?
Well, I think it just worked out that way. Initially, we would have liked a derby on that day. It would have been perfect for WA, but it doesn't work out always the way you want it. As you can see with some of the fixturing, it's all over the place because it has to be.
Is that an option for the future, a WA Day derby?
That's an option, yeah. It's a bit difficult to do it because it's sort of in the middle of the season, so it's probably harder to do it that way.
Would that alienate the waffle clubs even more?
It may, but it'll be interesting to see what the response is from the waffle, and I'm hoping the statistics stand up, because the Commission tell me that there's a different group of people who follow the waffle as compared to the AFL these days. Now, if there is, we should get great support at both the waffle derby or derbies and the AFL fixture.
In terms of your time slots, you've got 6 different days and times over for your home games throughout the course of the year. Do you have a preference for when you want to play? If your fans know we can rock up at this time on this day and you might have to see the team.
It's never going to be like it was. It's never going to be Saturday afternoon at the footy or Sunday afternoon at the footy. It's different. Television dictates that. We understand it. The players understand it. They're professionals. They'll adjust. And they'll play any time, anywhere, as long as they know they've got a chance of winning a game of footy, they'll have a crack at it. And I think that's the important message for our players and certainly others who are professionals in this sport. Things are always going to change. We're not going to be able to stay the same. And I think what the fixturing does is highlight that there are people at home that enjoy their football as well, and they want to watch it at the prime times that they're at home, and the television stations are requesting more and more of those fixtures.